Brewers, Cubs. This rivalry spiked when manager Craig Counsell left Milwaukee for Chicago on November 6, 2023. When he returned to Milwaukee on May 27, 2024, fans booed through his tribute video and again during the game, showing how personal the move felt on both sides. The field delivered fresh hits to the story. On May 30th, 2024, Gary Sanchez crushed an eighth-inning go-ahead home run to beat the Cubs 6-4, flipping the game late and fueling the noise in the park. On May 4th, 2025, Freddie Peralta threw 6 scoreless innings as the Brewers shut out the Cubs 4-0. Cubs starter Shota Imanaga left with a hamstring issue, adding more frustration for Chicago. The heat carried into October 2025. In NLDS Game 1, Milwaukee jumped the Cubs with a 6-run first inning and won 9-3. Jackson Chourio had 3 hits in the first 2 innings before leaving with a hamstring flare-up. In Game 2, the Brewers hit 3 homers and won 7-3 to take a 2-0 series lead. Chicago returned home facing elimination as ticket chatter and headlines kept the rivalry in the news. The edges are sharp during at-bats. Brushback pitches are fastballs thrown inside to move a hitter off the plate. Beanballs are hit-by pitches that look intentional. These can trigger warnings and ejections. The two teams have a recent history of benches clearing over HBPS, which sets the tone for the next pitch and the next game. Dodgers, Padres. This rivalry picked up speed when the Padres knocked out the 111-win Dodgers in the 2022 NLDS. San Diego scored 5 runs in the 7th inning of Game 4 at Petco Park to win the series 3-1, a huge upset that reset the balance between the teams. On April 13, 2024, an up-and-in pitch from Dodgers rookie Gavin Stone nearly hit Jurickson Profar. Both dugouts emptied and players crowded near home plate before the umpires restored order. The game video shows the benches clearing during the 5th inning. The Dodgers added star power that kept every meeting tense. In December 2023, they signed Shohei Ohtani to a 10-year, $700 million deal, traded for Tyler Glasnow and extended him, and signed Yoshinobu Yamamoto to a 12-year contract. These moves raised the stakes each time the clubs met. Tension spiked again at Dodger Stadium on June 20th, 2025. In the 9th inning, Fernando Tatis Jr. was hit by a pitch. Benches and bullpens emptied. In the bottom half, Padres closer Robert Suarez hit Shohei Ohtani and was ejected. Both managers, Mike Shildt and Dave Roberts, were also tossed. The Padres held on to win, 5-3. MLB later suspended Suarez 3 games for intentionally hitting Ohtani and fined him. Shildt and Roberts each received 1-game bans. Suarez appealed. The suspension was reduced to 2 games the following week. Across that same week, Tatis and Ohtani were each hit multiple times, and tempers flared in more than 1 game of the series. National outlets documented the ejections and the repeated hit by pitches as the core reason the feud boiled over. These incidents, stacked on top of the 2022 playoff upset, have kept every pitch under a microscope. Brushbacks, inside fastballs to move a hitter off the plate, now risk instant warnings, and any late hit by pitch can bring both teams onto the field again. Phillies, Braves. This rivalry jumped a level in October 2023. Game 2 of the NLDS ended on a wild play when Michael Harris II made a leaping catch and the Braves doubled off Bryce Harper at first, flipping the game and the mood of the series. Reports then revealed Braves shortstop Orlando Arcia mocked Harper in the clubhouse with "Attaboy Harper," which got out publicly. In Game 3, Harper answered with 2 home runs and stared Arcia down as he rounded the bases, and Philadelphia went on to eliminate Atlanta. The heat carried into 2024. Before opening day in Philadelphia, Braves manager Brian Snitker said, "Citizens Bank Park had by far the most hostile crowd, and he kept his family home rather than bring them to the series. A clear sign that the off-field edge from 2023 lingered. It stayed edgy in 2025. On May 28th, Spencer Strider hit Harper on the elbow with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. X-rays were negative, but talk immediately turned to whether the Phillies would answer back. The classic retaliation debate that follows high-profile HBPS. Mariners, Astros. This rivalry spiked during the 2023 playoff race on September 27 in Seattle. Astros reliever Hector Neris struck out Julio Rodriguez, then walked toward him shouting. Both benches emptied before order returned. The next day, Neris issued a public apology while denying he used a slur, and MLB reviewed the incident. That same week's series swung the standings. Justin Verlander beat the Mariners 5-1 on September 25, and Houston won again 8-3 on September 27 to strengthen its wildcard position, a late blow to Seattle's hopes. Seattle returned the punch in 2025. In late September, the Mariners took a key series and then swept Houston, with Cal Raleigh homering and George Kirby throwing 6 scoreless in one win, a run that pushed Seattle ahead in the AL West and tightened Houston's margin. These meetings keep the temperature high because the games affect October. When inside pitches ride up, brushbacks that move hitters off the plate, both dugouts stay on edge, knowing one more hit by pitch could bring everyone onto the field again, as it did in September 2023. Yankees, Orioles. On July 12, 2024 in Baltimore, Clay Holmes hit Heston Kjerstad in the helmet with a 97-mile-per-hour pitch in the 9th inning. Both benches and bullpens rushed onto the field. Orioles manager Brandon Hyde was ejected, and Kjerstad went on the 7-day concussion list the next day. Video from the game and reports confirmed the beanball and the fracas. On April 30th, 2025 at Camden Yards, Kjerstad stole second base and collided with Yankees infielder Pablo Reyes as a high throw brought Reyes over the bag. Kjerstad confronted Reyes, both benches and bullpens emptied, and play paused before cooler heads prevailed. League highlights and game stories documented the benches clearing on that stolen base play. These back-to-back years of flashpoints, first a beanball to the head, then a collision on a steal, kept later series tense. Any inside pitch, a brushback to move a hitter off the plate, or hard slide, wrist warnings, and quick ejections because the recent history between these teams was fresh for players and umpires. But hey, show me a team that isn't a rival to the Yankees. Right, Toronto? We'll be posting here each week, so be sure to subscribe and give us a like.
Yankees lose!